Good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry. As we get into tonight's video newsletter, at the risk of using a generic title, I think it's maybe hanging around with a 1 and 4-year-old has got me thinking about that A is for Apple thing. But whatever brings you to the chart, it's one of the most important Mag 7 names in the market, and I think it has a very favorable pattern that is setting up. Now also, as noted in that description, I don't know when these targets will hit, and I don't know exactly what pattern they will take, but I do think you want to be looking at directional exposure over the next quarter. And of course, with that long of a horizon, we have to take in the uncertainty around earnings for sure. But look at this kind of fascinating way that you have a slingshot squeeze, which all that is a squeeze that has fired short, but hasn't really shifted pattern, right? There were spots in here where sure you had some down days, but that, essentially lets the pattern compress out further. So the selling that did not shift the trend is part of what's going to lead you in the opposing direction. Then, whether you look at it from a voodoo lines or a Fibonacci perspective, what have you, I always think if I was just out on the floor and trading, you try to keep the, numbers in your head more, and 250, right? 250 is going to be an obvious place that traders will focus on. So between it being that key psychological value, a tree line, a Fibonacci extension, that really, I think, makes for very good targets. And if you give it enough time, I actually have targets up at 290. So I think all of that looks very attractive. I think it bodes well for Apple, and it leaves me with a little bit cleaner chart that I would have you take a screenshot of or at least write down, and that is this 3-day squeeze. So a 3-day is a really nice way of mixing because it's going to be faster than a weekly, but it's going to be a slower signal than a daily chart. So it really can set up for some really nice swing-based trades. And when you see squeezes like this show up, you want to make sure that you're aware of them because they can drive outsized moves. So I hope that helps. I hope the analysis gets you a couple of good trades over the next several months. You can pretty much bet that we'll be coming back to it, and we'll see how the analysis looks. So have a great rest of your afternoon, and I hope to see you in the chat room tomorrow. Hey traders, this is Henry with simplertrading.com. I wanted to thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and if so, be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons down below. If you would like to also see me putting these ideas into action and trading my own account live in front of you, be sure to sign up at simplertrading.com, and I hope to see you in the chat room sometime soon.